look at that. It's 3 o'clock. Maybe not on the dot, but it's not 3:01 yet, and we are live. I think that's the first time in a while we have gone live right at 3, or at least in the 3 o'clock range rather than 3:01 or 10 after or whatever. What is happening? This is the Kiesel Guitars live Q&A. Is this thing supposed to be? Oh, it is plugged in. I didn't see the cord. Literally, it's like right there, and I couldn't see it. I'm like looking. This is Kiesel Guitars live Q&A. I'm Jeff. And in this live Q&A, it's your opportunity to ask me whatever you want to know. So you can go ahead and start typing your questions in. Please try to just type it in one time, and my guys will get to it. So how these lives work is I'm going to talk a little bit about guitars, usually show something off. Neither of these are for sale. These are both customer guitars. I just want to show those off today and talk about like what's going on in the shop, give you guys kind of a general update, a weekly update, and then I'm going to answer your questions. The questions don't have to just be guitar related. Maybe you have, like, you want to know, what kind of shows we like, or what kind of food, or, want to ask a race car question or something like that. So go ahead at this point and start typing in your questions. So I have 2 of these K-Series guitars that I want to show off. They're special guitars. Every K-Series is special. Not that our standard line of guitars, non-K-Series, not that those are not special. But what the K-Series is going to automatically get every time you order one is I'm going to be picking out the woods for them, the tops, doing all the fit and finish work to them, and then giving them a once-over before they're ready to ship, signing the back of the headstock. And, these guitars are getting more exotic woods sometimes. Sometimes we do even some crazy things like this one. We mix the hardware. This is for a customer named Ryan Barker. Ryan doesn't even know we mix the hardware. Ryan might not even like that we mix the hardware, Ryan. So if you're watching, let me know you don't want the gold saddles, black pole pieces, and then gold nuts up top there. I thought it looked cool, so I just went ahead and did it. But if you don't like it, not a problem. I can change it, or I can ship it to you, and then you can say you don't like it, and I'll call tag it and change it and ship it back. But anyway, so these K-Series will get a little extra attention by myself, and they get our master grade woods, and they tend to be something a little extra special. And they're really cool. They're everything I want in a guitar, neck through. They have the best access over all of our guitars. They have the most amount of body contour, the most amount of arm cut relief. They look amazing in my opinion, and it would be my signature model if I was a touring professional guitar player. This would be what I would have. So I'm going to show off Ryan's first, since I was already kind of talking about it. So you can see this, how beautiful that is. Am I getting glare? Am I good? Or okay, cool. So this is a K-top, flame koa top with some sapwood in the middle. We have a 3-piece layer that is walnut. And then we did burled walnut pickups. And when we did the pickups, Ryan asked for gold pole pieces. I thought it would look cool doing gold and black, so I went black slugs. And then kind of to tie it all back in, we did blended hardware. He had black hardware. We put gold saddles on there. So got gold frets, master grade roasted bird's eye board, black staggered offset rings. Of course, you got a matching headstock that is also a 3-piece, so it's got the walnut layer. Then the neck is flame maple and walnut 5-piece. For the pickups, Ryan wanted, I think what we did was no, we did not. Maybe it's a lithium. What did we do on these pickups? Maybe it's just lithiums. I can't remember. I can't see the tag, the notes on it. Maybe it was an illusionist. I don't remember what we did on the pickups for him. And then a roasted alder body. So if you guys are wondering why that body looks so dark, deep, and amazing, that's roasted alder. And this is a relatively light guitar. It's not heavy. If he had gone with like walnut body sides to kind of give him that look, it would have been heavy. But it's a really cool looking build. An amazing guitar. Ryan's got several of our guitars. And that's just another one to add to the collection. So Ryan, if you end up seeing this before we ship it, we're not going to ship it till tomorrow. If there's anything you don't like about the mixed hardware or the pole pieces, let us know. And then we can, oh, it also has that the triple logo. Look at that. Can you see that okay? Can you zoom in with the camera or no?
You can see it a bit zoomed in.
Okay, cool. So it's got a triple logo. So it's gold, black, gold. So just, you know, kind of some cool little nerdy details, I'd like to call them. Things that I think push the guitars over the edge, like the burl walnut pickup covers on there. They just look super badass, and I just love the way that guitar looks. And, you know, both being K-Series, you have very much so like a nature guitar, natural, just exotic woods, and then you have something that's just crazy. This is Jeremy's guitar, Jeremy Anderson, and this is another K-Series. This is a multi-scale 6-string. This is in magenta candy with a K-top crotch quilt. So why it's called crotch is because the angle of the quilt, and the reason why it got the name crotch is that's the area of the tree it's growing where the branch grows out and it does this crotching effect. He also wanted matching quilted pickups, and we did a trans black burst, left the magenta candy on the binding. We did a purple heart 3-piece layer, and then a blacked out ash, swamp ash body. You got a maple and purple heart 5-piece neck with some flame actually in that neck, and an ebony back plate. And we did a little kill switch, little momentary kill switch on there. And you got your pickup selector. All the K-Series are going to come with just a volume. This one actually doesn't have the pull-out kill because we have the separate kill switch. So that's standard. You just have the push-pull. I forgot to mention that. Color-treated board, a custom color on that that I did myself. And then, of course, you got the matching headstock. And it's just a beautiful guitar. So I just wanted to take a moment and showcase these two guitars and just kind of show them off, you know, what the K-Series can look like. You know, two very different examples, but you can see how deep the body cutaways are. And it just gives you the most amount of comfort. All of our guitars are very comfortable to play. This is excessive and overkill and totally not necessary, which makes it all the more awesome. We like to do overkill here, like our necks. So we build our necks. You guys may have seen Phil McKnight. He came through here, did the live last week. He did a little factory tour. He posted that video, and you know, he's, you know, he kind of, you know, tells us, you know, that we overkill our necks, and we do. We want you guys to enjoy the guitars. We want you to play them. We don't want you to be thinking about making truss rod adjustments and over-engineer, so that you guys are satisfied for the long haul. And that's important to us. So anyhow, here's a couple examples of some amazing K-Series guitars. The K-Series do take longer, especially the ones that I'm heavily involved in. Like, I had to create this finish. It's never been done by us before, this magenta candy, and did some testing, and really happy with how it came out. So K-Series are also only eligible to be ordered either online or through an associate. Or, I'm sorry, not online. Through an associate over the phone or via email. So the reason for that is there's so much customization, and a lot of the finish work that I do, I don't have an upcharge on there because I want you guys to kind of have one price. And then when you upgrade woods and things like that, you know, you'll have to pay for those. But a lot of the finishes I don't charge for. So on that note, we do have a Halloween promotion going on right now. Lots of either no charge options, you know, from black hardware to roasted necks to chambered bodies. We have discount options like flame maple tops, 3-piece necks. There's all kinds of stuff going on. We even have a textured splatter finish that's heavily discounted too, just to kind of give you guys some Halloween themed or inspired guitars, and lots going on. I think there's around 30 or 40 total promotional items. So for a full list, you can check out the website. I'm excited. It's going to be cool to see all these neat builds roll through, and do the Halloween thing. We're going to a party on Saturday. Looking forward to that. It'll be fun, and looking forward to dressing up and just having a good time. So on that note, what do you want to know?
All right, first question is from Jesse. He's asking, why can't you get a slim profile on a roasted maple neck?
It's a great question. The reason why we don't do that is we're doing all the roasting to give the neck the most amount of stability. And so we don't allow a thinner neck profile on those because we want the necks to be as stable as possible. In fact, a lot of customers that get the roasted necks, a lot of them can be traditional style players, and they're actually getting thicker necks, to be honest with you.
Next question is from Ryan. He's asking, with the K series, can you get an ebony top?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, I have either black ebony, called Gabon ebony, or I have royal ebony. I definitely recommend the royal. I would not pair that. I would not pair either of them necessarily with matching boards because it's kind of a lot going on. Like if you get a black ebony, I probably wouldn't get an ebony board. And if you get a royal ebony, I probably wouldn't get a royal ebony fretboard either.
What's the reason for a roasted maple neck?
So when you roast the woods, you're removing any extra moisture. So you're further removing any extra that you wouldn't really be able to get rid of by traditional kiln drying process. You're also changing kind of almost like the makeup of the neck because you're roasting out some of the sugars in the wood, maple syrup, right? And so when you do those things, you get back a product that it's got a soft and smooth feel, but it's very hard and stable. It doesn't want to fluctuate as much in humidity changes. Not that our necks do a lot of that, but it just further helps that process. And it looks cool too.
And also, this is Zach's first live back in months. So everyone say, what's up to Zach? And he's going to talk crap on your questions today.
I mean, as long as you guys ask good questions, there's nothing to worry about.
Zach's been taking a pretty crazy school schedule just to try to get done with it. And so he's like, I'm not going to be able to do the live for a while. So here, Zach is back today. You had a midterm yesterday?
Yeah, and I have one tomorrow.
Oh, geez. And so are you out of school for a little bit or?
No.
No.
Not until Thanksgiving.
Oh, gosh. That sucks.
Okay, next question. Is the Holdsworth model still available?
It sure is. The headless Holdsworth.
Andy is asking, is there a higher grade of roasted flame maple outside of the standard?
Yeah, absolutely. We do master grade, 5A master grade. There really wouldn't be like a K top on that for like fretboards. But yeah, we have that.
Do you have any suggestions for someone who's thinking about becoming a luthier?
Yes. So it's hard. Just to level with you, you get a lot of really great people to deal with, but you also get people that can be very opinionated. They don't realize you're actually a person as well. And it's hard to make money doing this job. So you have to really love it. And don't get beat up, I guess. Make sure you're good at like working with your hands, I would say, first. Because not everybody can do this, right? It's like anything. Just because you want to do it doesn't mean you can do it. And I'm not saying you can't do it. Not that it's like the craziest, most technical thing in the world. You have a lot of things that you need to know how to do, and you need to have a very good knowledge of woodworking. So that's the most important thing. And then applying it in the proper way of guitar building. But the scene can be pretty volatile at times, just being honest. So, is it for everybody? I don't know. But you have to love it. And I mean, I love what I do. I love working on guitars. I don't love the some of the parts of it, right? Like the paperwork parts, the kind of the office job part of it. I'd rather just be out in the shop working on guitars all the time, but you don't only get to do that, unfortunately. That's it, man. I mean, make sure you're good, with woodworking. And if you don't really have woodworking skills, I don't really recommend like trying to learn how to do woodworking and build guitars at the same time. Maybe try taking like a college level woodworking class, see if you're any good at it. And I don't mean like building a cabinet. Building a cabinet is not the same as building a guitar. So you don't go from like, building like box cabinets or kitchen cabinets and just build a guitar. It doesn't work like that. But it's a very rewarding job, and also it can be very unappreciative at the same time too. It just depends,
We got Justin Lubers in here asking,
Justin.
hey, Jeff, I'm planning an A2 for Black Friday, and I'm getting a Buckeye top with a metallic gold burst edge. Can I still get a raw tone finish with the gold painted edge?
I don't see why not. That shouldn't affect anything. That sounds like a cool build, man. I want to see that thing.
You got to do it now, Justin.
Do it.
Can we get a mother of pearl headstock logo with black chrome hardware and normal dot inlays on a multiscale 8-string?
You can, as long as it's not headless. We don't do the mother of pearl or the abalone logos on headless because of the thickness of them and the amount of material we'd have to use to kind of bury those. So as long as it's not headless, there's no reason you couldn't.
And also the second half, you can't get normal dot inlays on a multiscale 8.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Way to go, Brandon. Yeah, sorry, I kind of missed that part. I was thinking more like black inlays with mother of pearl. I wasn't thinking of the location.
Have you started dipping the swirls yet? I'm so excited for mine, building a splatter next.
I have not. Yeah, there's not a single one ready for me yet. Yeah, those weren't sold that long ago. What was it, like 3-4 weeks ago? Something like that?
Not too long ago.
It wasn't very long ago. Yeah, I don't have a single one yet. I have none of them are waiting for me is what I should say. So what I do is I do them kind of in batches. So we'll get all of the one color, and then, I'll just get through those and then do all of another color. There's basically 3 colors this time. So I'll be doing not 3 batches in the sense like, I do want to do all of them at one time, but I can't do them all like continuous. I'll have to break it up. So I might further break down those batches because it's going to be so many guitars. I don't remember the exact amount. Do you remember how many we sold? Was it 60?
I don't know why I thought it was 100, but I'm probably wrong.
No. It wasn't 100. I would go run and hide if there was 100 to do.
60, now that I'm thinking about it, sounds right.
I think it was 60. Yeah, I think that's what we ended up at. I was going to do 40. I think I was going to do 44 because I'm 44 and I'm kind of a nerd with numbers. But then there were just too many people trying to get their builds still in, and we just pushed it out. Don't know why I did that.
Chase is asking, what's 3 of your favorite bands?
Oof. 3 of my favorite bands. Well, you guys know I love the Deftones, so that's got to be my number 1. Another band I really love that I grew up really kind of shaping me into like the metal kind of scene was Atreyu, and I'm going to go see them tomorrow night. I'm excited about that. They're going to be playing locally with Avenged, so I'm going to go see them. And then a third one, gotta say probably Blink-182, even though I don't listen to them that much. It's still one of my favorite bands. So Blink, Atreyu, and the Deftones. The Deftones are number 1. That's never going to change. I love the music. I love Steph. He's an amazing person. I always look forward to hanging with Steph, and just spending time with him is just so awesome. He's just such a great person, such a great vibe. Like, I'm always in a good mood when he's down or, when we're hanging out.
By no means, or this review, by no means is this Sorry, I'm reading it how it is, and there's
Just read it.
by no means is this a bash comment, but I've waited 7 years for a left-handed Strandberg, and it plays and sounds great, but the Kiesel demolishes it in every category.
Wow. Well, thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that. You know, and it's all personal preference. You know, you could have other people that maybe are thinking the opposite. I don't know. But I appreciate that. That's really cool. I know they make good stuff. And for you to say that about our guitar just means the world to me. That's amazing. Thanks.
Jay is asking, where do you get your carbon fiber rods? I want to try to break one.
We don't disclose who our vendors are. So I can't give that information. I shouldn't say I can't. I mean, I could. I won't give that information out. But yeah, they are crazy strong. It's pretty amazing at the strength of them. It's pretty hard to believe.
Do you guys offer rosewood necks?
We do not. We offer rosewood fretboards, but we do not offer rosewood necks. It's something we did offer at one point, and we decided not to offer them anymore. You know, there's just too many issues long term can happen with rosewood, and it doesn't matter how you treat it. I mean, you could do everything properly and still end up with issues. And I think the reason why is rosewood is such an oily wood. Even once you remove the moisture, there's still those oils. And I feel like there's some effect down the road because they're so oily. It's an amazing neck. I love them. I'd love to offer them, but you know, I don't want to warranty something and then 5, even 10 years later, it's out of warranty and there's a problem. They scare me, is why I don't offer them.
Is Cocobolo done for good?
Well, that's part of the rosewood question because Cocobolo is a rosewood. I can do Cocobolo fretboards, but I'm not offering Cocobolo or rosewood necks. I don't know if it's done for good, but for right now, I'm not offering them. I learned not to say never unless it's something I'm like, you know, pretty sure of. And you guys are like, good. You guys are like, you said never. Even if I say like, I don't think I'll ever, you said never.
Yeah, why is there a multiscale right next to you, Jeff?
Yeah.
You said you never do that.
I don't remember ever saying never.
No, you said never.
I did say never for sure?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. I don't remember saying never about multiscale, but here we are. And they're awesome. They really are awesome. And for those of you guys that missed all those old videos, you know, the reason why, you know, I wasn't too hip on the multiscale is the problem is everybody has their own opinion about what the fan should be. And the fan is the spread between your high string and your low string, you know, right? You have your bass side is got a longer length and your high string side has got a shorter length. And when you start getting really extremes, like on a guitar, you start getting like 3 inches, that is a lot. And it can be really hard to be quick, accurate, and actually be able to play when you have those types of fans, those extremes. And it's, in my opinion, really not needed. Bass is a little bit different, but guitar, it just seems to, you know, 1.5 inches up to 2 inches. That's about all you want. You don't want more than that. And then it's all about where you put that parallel fret. So anyway, for those of you guys that missed that, we came up with our own, and everybody that plays them that I talked to that has never played them, they're blown away. You know, they love them, and you know, even if it's not exactly for them, they're still appreciative of what it is.
Next question is from Felipe. He says, hello, Jeff and crew. I want to have something built for my dad who loves playing Led Zeppelin. What pickup combo would you recommend?
What's up, Felipe? That's cool. For Led Zeppelin, I mean, I would go with definitely our berylliums covered. And I'd probably lower them a little bit just to drop the output down even more. But I think that would be really cool.
What's the price of the purple E1?
I don't know what the price is. These are both sold guitars. They're not for sale. I have no idea.
I'm planning a poplar burl top on a swamp ash body in transparent crimson with black burst and black back. I can't decide between gloss and raw tone.
What poplar?
Gloss and raw tone.
Yeah, it was poplar, right?
Yeah.
Both are going to be awesome. I personally really like the way raw tone looks with Poplar. If you look at a post I did yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? On Instagram, it showed off, or Facebook, it showed off a fire finish Poplar top. If you think that looks cool, then I would definitely go with the raw tone. If you don't like the way that looks, like the more textured look, then I would definitely go with the gloss. I think that instrument is a great example. Even though it's not the same color you're looking at, I think it's a great example of what it can look like.
Jesse is asking, what fret wire do you use?
We use Jescar fret wire. It's a German-made fret wire. It's pretty much, I mean, it's the most expensive fret wire and the best that I am aware of. The highest quality, the most consistent. And, you know, some companies use them. Not every company uses them because they are very expensive. For us, we want to use the best.
Are you able to mix hardware on a non-K series?
No, you are not.
Paul is asking, can we get the K series treatment on a Leia?
The K series treatment, I don't know what that means. It mean like
I
a
don't know
Kiesel
either.
edition, maybe? You can turn any model into a Kiesel edition, but you can't turn any model into what a K series would be, like with me picking out the tops and things like that. K series or K series, you know, there's only me and one other guy in the shop that are allowed to work on these guitars once it gets to like the fit and finish portion of the guitar.
Can I get my top color on the binding if there's a black burst edge?
Depends on what wood, and it depends on what color.
Do you have a student size 3/4 scale guitar?
I don't. You know, I've been asked for that. It's just not something we've ever done. I think it would be really cool to have a shorter scale. I do have several guitars that are the 24 3/4, which obviously aren't 3/4 scale, but they still are a little shorter, and that could help.
Any chance you guys would add primer gray and magma metallic on the builder?
No plans to do it. I mean, you don't know what the future brings, but right now, no. You know, we did that limited run and sold quite a few of at least the magma. We didn't sell that many primer gray. I don't know about bringing that color in. The magma I could see potentially because we killed it with that. We sold a lot.
Any plans to offer a 0 fret option on your guitars or basses?
No. In fact, all the experimenting we did with it, we didn't really care for it. So it's just not for us. You know, some people really like it. We didn't really care for it.
Hey, Jeff, I love my Lyra. Can I ever get a Lyra without the pick guard?
Oh, that's cool. No, you cannot. There's no plans to change the CNC programming to remove the like swimming pool route. There's no plans on doing that. I'm glad you love the guitar.
Is that K series grape flavored?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely not purple. So, I mean, it's magenta. So it's magenta flavored. What flavor would magenta be?
Dragon fruit.
Huh?
Raspberry?
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit. That's not bad. All right. It's dragon fruit flavored. I like that.
We got John Gamrat in here asking any new woods.
What's up, John? Yes, I did get in some burled walnut, some real high-end burled walnut. The thing about burled walnut that you guys might not know, and I think you guys would kind of dig learning about this, when you get the crazy burled walnut, you can't kiln dry it. You have to let it air dry. If you kiln dry it, it'll actually honeycomb and kind of destroy itself. It'll be ruined if you put it in a kiln. So that wood that I got, some of it's going to take up to 2.5 years to air dry before I can use it. Some of it will be ready in as soon as 6 months, but hopefully as soon as 6 months. Some's going to take about 2 years to dry. So it's pretty crazy. So it's a big investment. You know, you buy wood, maybe you spend, I think on that wood we bought like 30 or 40 grand worth, and I have to sit on it for up to 2 years to turn it into money. So it's pretty crazy. But the wood I got is amazing. I mean, it's crazy. It's bonkers crazy.
What is the tonal difference between a one-piece ash body and a two-piece?
To be honest, part of when Phil McKnight was here, I was showing him how we do our bodies. And when you have a big billet of swamp ash, let's say it's 14 feet long, and we cut the billet and then cut it again, we take those two and glue them together. Well, if we do that, it's the same billet and we glue it together, it shouldn't sound any different than a one piece because it's the same piece of wood. Now, there's those you guys out there and gals that maybe say you can't hear the difference, and I'm not going to argue with you. I believe that you can't when you say that, and you might not believe there is a tone difference in woods, and that's okay. I'm not here to argue with you about it. I can hear the difference. I can see the difference too when we do recordings. There's a lot of players that can hear the difference, and if you can't, then don't buy the expensive woods. I'm totally cool with that. But that's why I feel like our two-piece and one-piece shouldn't really have any tone difference. I would get the one-piece because aesthetically that's what you want, not because you think it's going to sound different.
What should I consider when deciding between an A2 and a DC?
Wow. Well, an A2 is a bolt-on and a DC is a neck-through. So there's like your first one right there. So you got to decide, do you want a neck-through or do you want a bolt-on? If you decide you want a neck-through, then you could look at the Aries neck-through, the regular Aries. We do a neck-through or the DC. That's going to be your biggest difference. Obviously, the A2 is our most modern, double cut guitar that we've done. I feel like it's the most forward kind of, not futuristic, but like today guitar that we have right now. Even though the K is like timeless, and the regular Aries is too. It's just, there's something about the A2 that, kind of taking the mix of like a headless and a full-size guitar and kind of melding them together. It's a hard one for me because both guitars are such awesome guitars. I would say both.
We got Joe Brooks in here.
Uh-oh, shit. Should we end the live? What's up, Joe?
No, I'm just kidding. Can I get the free Swamp Ash Raw Tone with blood splatter?
You cannot. No. Because we don't do blood splatters with raw tone. Joe, if we were going to do that, buddy, we would have put that on the promo.
Oh, we got George Wolf in here.
George Wolf, holy shit.
He's saying, welcome back, Zach. And Jeff, can you do push-ups? I'm just kidding. He didn't say that end part. Yeah. I made it up.
I actually hurt my shoulder. I don't know what happened. We went to Florida and for our anniversary, and we got a couples massage, and they do like deep tissue, and the lady was like, really getting in there, and it felt really good afterwards. But then like the next day, my shoulder hurt, and ever since then, my shoulder's been hurting, like a lot of pain, like in my rotator cuff. So I don't know what is going on. I don't remember doing anything that would have hurt it.
Can we see that single cut guitar in the back?
Yeah, that thing is sexy. I was looking at that. I haven't seen it yet. I was looking at this when I first sat down. This thing is badass. Someone should call right now and buy it. What should we do this guitar for right now? What are our normal single cuts? That's not a normal top. What does a CS6 sell for? Is it $2,100?
Somewhere around $2,000. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that top is amazing. Look at that black limbo body. I'd say if somebody calls before we end the live, you have to call before we end the live.
Which we have like 5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to call, and if someone calls in 5 minutes, I'll sell this one, even with the upgraded top, for $2,500.
What about 500?
Do you have $500? If you have $500 cash on you right now, Zach, I'll do it.
I have 50.
Yeah, see, you don't have 500.
Put a deposit down.
Nope.
And then I'll run home and grab cash. I have cash in my drawer.
Look at this. So if I need cash, go to Zach's house. Look at that thing. That thing's
Anyone
badass.
looking to break into a house for cash, Zach's place is the place to go.
Just look in the drawer.
Well, I almost
Sock
used
drawer.
it yesterday when I was planning on running away before my midterm.
Do you regret your decision of not doing it?
No, because I got a 92.
Nice.
Look at
You'll be done with
you.
school soon enough.
Next question. Is 7A the same as master grade?
It is, yeah.
Why is the FG1 shape not a standard model?
It is. It's on the website. You can order it.
How much is a master grade quilted maple neck?
Well, the quilted maple neck, the only time we do them is when they're roasted and it's a bolt-on headless. Otherwise, we don't do it. And I don't know what the price is on that. You have to call my guys.
What are the Black Friday deals going to be?
I don't even know that we're going to have Black Friday deals. We got a Halloween promo that's got a ton of stuff going right now.
What is the depth of the electronics cavity on the A2?
Oh, I don't know what the depth is. Actually, I could guess. So it's probably about 1.4 inches, somewhere around there.
Scott Janzer says the new colors on the JBYY are killer. Tropic was my unexpected favorite. What's
Oh,
yours?
wow. Yeah, man, I dig them too. I would say probably the red. This guy right here. I put through some builds. I put a build. Oh shit! I'll just grab it. Oh, that's so slippery. These fucking clears are like. You guys talk about how do I not drop guitars? These new finishes, I swear, I've almost, like this one just about got away from me. I've almost dropped 3 guitars, and these are our newer finishes from about 8 months to a year now. This is what I like. So what I did is I ordered one for myself, just like this. Black hardware though, rich light board, red dot inlays, none of the design inlays. And what else did I do? I did a red logo. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really sick. But I love the red and black with the red pickups, the red and black pickups.
What kind of pickups go into the guitars? Is there a lot of variation?
So there are brand pickups. That's how we started our company back in 1946, was building our own pickups, winding them in-house. And then we offer other brands like Seymour Duncan, Fishman, EMG. And we have people send in pickups too.
We got Ryan Barker in here.
Ryan Barker, what do you think, dude? Do you like the hardware or should I change it?
He says, I love it. Let's keep it. Awesome change. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome, man. Well, thanks for your patience with this one. I know this one was a bit overdue, so stoked that you dig it. I don't know if you saw it from the beginning, but I don't know when you logged in, but check that out. Love that top on there.
What is the difference between stainless and gold frets tone-wise?
I'd say you'd be hard pressed to hear that, to be honest. Between nickel and stainless, yeah. Between stainless and EVO, I mean, they're pretty close. I don't know that you're going to really hear the difference.
All right, let's finish out with a question from Joe Brooks. He says, what's your favorite Halloween candy, Halloween-themed song, and Halloween movie?
Well, Halloween-themed song, I don't have one for sure. Let's see. So candy. Man, I mean, as I get older, like I'm gravitating more towards like Reese's stuff. I mean, it always was Snickers for the longest time. I still love Snickers, but I'm going to say Reese's stuff. And usually the big cups, like the more peanut butter, less chocolate. And then Halloween movie, I would say franchise. I'm not really into the horror movies at all, but I'd say my favorite franchise is Friday the 13th. I don't know, out of all the, once you get past, like I guess Halloween is cool, but you can't really watch 2 or 3. They kind of suck. When you get back into 4, that one's good. Those are pretty cool, but I can't stand Nightmare on Elm Street. Those are just like nails on a chalkboard, no pun intended, to me. But Yeah, I'm just not into that stuff. Like, I guess if I'm gonna watch it, I want to watch the kind of cheesy, like, monster villain bad guy rather than like the crazy, like creepy, like, I don't know, evil entities and like spirits and stuff. That shit is like, I remember when The Ring came out, man, that shit freaked me out. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, that movie creeped me out. I don't like that stuff. But anyway, yeah. And so Halloween is when? That is next Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I think so. So
I think it's Wednesday. Wait, no, it's Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? Yeah. So I won't see you guys for Halloween. So I hope you guys have an amazing one. Have a lot of fun. Get out there, do some cool things. Obviously, be responsible. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber, get a Lyft, get someone to drive you home, because the world is better with you in it. So make sure you are doing your part there. But definitely have fun. I'm not saying don't party it up. I'm just saying don't get behind the wheel. Have fun. If you have kids, take your kids out. Remember, they're only little once, and then you end up with like Zach, who's, 23 and 6'3", and Kayla, that's 22 and 5'3" or 5'4", I don't know. They end up big someday and it's too late. So take them out, have fun. And on that note, if you guys have any questions, as always, call my guys and definitely take advantage of our Halloween promo. I'm out.